friends tell me that I have a thing for plants. It peps up my mood, brightens up my day and makes me very, very happy. The best part about it is that I'm such a plant lover that whenever I go somewhere, I pick up a plant or two. And here we are at one such place which is so fond of plants that they started their own Paudhe se Yaari. When I came to know about this plant styling and gifting store in Hyderabad, I was very, very excited. And the most exciting part of it was run by a woman entrepreneur who's equally passionate about plants. So I thought, why not pick up this chance and do some Paudhe se Yaari? Hi, this is Ankita from HyBiz Tv and today we have Gunjan from Paudhe se Yaari. So hi Gunjan, how are you doing?
Hi Ankita, thanks for coming over.
So Gunjan, a lot of people are in love with plants. They do love them, but they don't take it as far as making it into a business as you did. So what came into your mind when you started Paudhe se Yaari?
Hi Ankita, so when I was setting up my new home, I felt there was a gap in the market. There were plants and then there were pots, but there was no one basically who was bridging the gap of styling and the plants, and with that quest in mind, we started Paudhe se Yaari. So our story is that we, of course, trying to reconnect people with nature through plant love and through plant styling. So that's the core crux of our business, the styling of plants. And Paudhe se Yaari is your go-to friend, where we are there to help you connect with nature, take you through this journey of, navigating with plants, because, we all know that plant comes with a lot of their ifs and buts and difficulties and things like that. And this is with all that thing, we started Paudhe se Yaari.
So what are some of the challenges that you faced as a woman entrepreneur, from sourcing to marketing to procuring?
So the challenges were not really as a woman entrepreneur, but as an entrepreneur, when you start any business, there are challenges, right? Plant as a category was really, really new for us. For me to navigate, figure out all the vendors, suppliers, kind of traveling across India to really understand which grower grow what kind of plants, and so and this typically this industry is very, very unorganized industry. So get the whole thing sorted and getting your whole supply chain and vendor management sorted took a little while for us to understand. And see, the reason Paudhe se Yaari is different is not that what we give you, it's not only the plants that you get in our store, we style plants. So, figuring out the garden accent, getting the right styling accessories. We did develop a lot of our own garden accent, but we have suppliers, artists across the globe where we kind of get all these accents and put it together and get the styling of plants out in the market, So, as an entrepreneur, any business that you start has to go through that cycle. So typically as a woman entrepreneur, I can't really say that I face those problems, typical entrepreneur journey. Yes.
So Gunjan, have you always been a plant lover? And what made you take a decision to switch from whatever you were doing previously into venturing into as, different as, plant business?
Hi, so Ankita, I wasn't really a plant person, to be very honest. When I actually, when this whole idea of Paudhe se Yaari started, basically a creative person I have a marketing background, I had a good stint in Coke and UB, a corporate career of almost more than a decade, plus a creativity that I in fact realized when I came out of my corporate career. But the plants was not something that was really, I would really pass through and I wouldn't really even notice plants. But when I was looking for plants and was looking at styling, creativity, and that's when I felt there was a gap. And I just ventured into something that wasn't really something I haven't kind of done before. I knew very little about plant, and it has taken a lot of time, energy, passion to really understand every category, and plant reacts very differently. I mean, if you have a succulent will behave very differently. You have a flowering plant that would need a different attention, outdoor plant would need different attention, and then we are here to style the plants. So, bundling the plants, putting things together, which plant will go with what, because all these things, of course, was something that was not what I learned, whatever I did from a couple of years or 10 years, 15 years. Yeah. But this is where I felt there was a gap, and with that gap in mind, and that's what I felt, there were a lot of people who were struggling to get plants and the styling sorted, and looking at that gap in the market, that's the pain point that I felt that most of the customers, the urban customers, were struggling with, and keeping that in mind is when Paudhe Se Yaari was born.
How many years has it been for Paudhe Se Yaari, and what has been your greatest support system?
Yeah, so Ankita, we started Paudhe Se Yaari end of 2017, last quarter of 2017. So we can say that, we are almost 5.5-year-old brand now. So we have navigated with, it's almost 5.5 years now. We have 2 flagship stores in Hyderabad and Bangalore, with a small format store in Hyderabad, 2 more pop-up stores. So we are around 5 stores in Hyderabad and Bangalore. We have our own website. We do business with Amazon. We are there in Big Basket, Instamart category. We do a lot of balcony and garden makeovers, and then we have also recently started a garden maintenance services. So this is what we've been doing from past 5.5 years. If you'll ask me what is the biggest support system, of course my team, so we have people who have been with me in this journey from the day one, and in fact my husband also joined me when we started Paudhe Se Yaari in 2017. I think he joined in 2018 and he also joined. So it's basically my husband and the team.
So usually where I have been mostly, I've seen the plants have the planters which are very, very simple. But here there's a creative twist to it. So how did you make sure that you get the designs and the artisans into play with Paudhe Se Yaari?
So Ankita, yeah. So, see, as I mentioned before, the value proposition of Paudhe Se Yaari is styling plants, right? We style plants. Yeah. So style is very, very important aspect of Paudhe Se Yaari. I mean, that's basically the reason why Paudhe Se Yaari is here. Yeah. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to build an ecosystem where we have a lot of these local artists, people do very, very different diverse stuff. There are people who basically making pots out of waste material, someone giving you a choir pot. There are a lot of these ceramic artists, those guys give us some of those very one of its kind pots. Yeah. Then we build up a global ecosystem where we get our garden accent and pots from across the globe. So right from Bali to Vietnam, we try getting a lot of these planters that look very unique and different, So yeah, so it's an ecosystem where we're trying to, the creativity is at the center. So the whole sourcing of garden accent and pots happens keeping that creativity at the center. So we try giving you things that you normally don't see in the market, and that's a differentiator, and that's what makes Paudhe Se Yaari unique.
So what is the price point that we're looking at your store?
Planters, signature planters, exclusive planters. So the price point depends. I mean, we in fact cater to, we have terracotta pots. So if someone wants to do balcony and got a limited budget, we have answer to that also. But if somebody looking for exclusive stuff, very exclusive stuff, we have answer for that also. So we're very sensitive, right from our entry level to going as exclusive as you can. We cater to kind of a broader range of people across the spectrum for plant lovers and styling, yes.
So apart from plants and planters that we have in store, for someone like me who's a traveler and who can't take care of plants at their home, do you have anything else that you cater to that we must know?
Yeah. So yeah, Ankita, so when we started Paudhe Se Yaari, people started walking in, we started giving them a different answer of styling plants. So we did that. I mean, we've been doing this, but we also realized that while we giving them a styling and the plant option, people are not really able to visualize how their balcony is going to look like, how their garden is going to look like. So now what we basically do is we take care end to end, right from a balcony makeover or garden makeover to the post maintenance part. We are kind of taking care of all that. So let's say you live in a villa or you live in a balcony, you travel extensively but you like some sense of, style in your balcony, you call us up. We are not typically, if you want to call up any landscape designer, there's a huge amount of money that you will be paying for the design, and then the execution will be handled by some other people. But here we are holistically. You walk into our store, you say, I have a balcony. My team goes there, we take up a picture of your balcony, we come up with a presentation, we give you a detailed design of your balcony as to these plants that you can handle, because you're someone who's a forgetful gardener or you travel extensively. So we give you a combination of things that will survive. And then we also give a post-maintenance services, where we come back to your balcony garden every maybe 10 days or 15 days, and we make sure that they look nice. And so we basically are buddies who are there taking you through this journey. So you've picked up a plant, and I understand you picked up a plant, you go back, you say, oh God, my plant died, I maybe overwatered it, underwatered it, I don't know what to do. I don't know, next time I really don't want to buy a plant because I keep killing my plants. So this is something that we realize is a common pain point from people across. So here we are now, right from setting up your whole balcony garden to taking you through the whole journey and handling you till the post maintenance. We are there. So yes, while we are there with you, there'll be times the plants will die, plants will go under distress, but there's someone who's got a back, your back is like with us, and we're there, who's kind of taking you through this whole thing, and then come back to you, correct whatever needs to be done, and stay together. Yeah.
Okay, so in Hyderabad, what are some of the low maintenance plants that we must get, and how do you make sure that once the plants go home, people know how to take care of it? Because I think that's the challenge even I face, because each plant has different requirement, and usually when we take it back, we're like, hi, it's going to survive, but a lot of time it does not. So how do you make sure that you educate a person who gets your plant to make it seem like this has to be this way and this has to be this way?
Yeah, so Ankita, so there are a lot of low maintenance plants like zamias, erica palms, snake plants, that needs less maintenance. But what we also been doing is, so we have a website. So what we do is, normally when a customer comes to us, he buys the plant, we also tell them to go and visit our website. So the plant name is there, there's a complete care instruction that is there in our website. So that is where people can refer to, and we, of course, when they're picking up the plants, our team explain them as to what needs to be done, how much water, how much sunlight, all those things we give them. And when you specify that you're picking up a plant for an area that gets maybe a bright light, we give you a right plant for that. Or there's a spot where there's no sunlight, we give you a spot for a plant for that. And then we also basically put you back to our website where you can keep looking at our plants, and there's a care maintenance, and the thing is there where people can go back and keep visiting as to what to be done about that.
Thank you, Gunjan, for your wonderful insights. Today we formed a beautiful bond with plants thanks to Paudhe Yaari, and I hope all of you come here and get your beautiful plant and planters, and whatever creativity you have in mind, she's there to guide you, and you also have other staff in here. So do come here and do visit them. Thank you so much.